Okay. So I think we are good to start the session. If you like, you can find a seat underneath your sit bone to get a little bit height if that's what you prefer. Just the main purpose is to sit in upright position. And as we always mention, right, those generally generic guidelines. Um, if you have any physical or medical mental limitations, please avoid doing the yoga session and talk to your doctor. Again, this is not suitable for ladies who are pregnant or maybe running in menstrual cycle. Also, you are the best judge for your body. So, very important, listen to your body and only do however much your body allows. With that, let's begin today's session. We just want to loosen a little bit up before we start. So, first, interlacing your fingers, palm facing up, extending them, so lengthening the spine. Reach as much as you can, and then bend to the left. Inhale, come back to the center, extend, exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, extend once again to the left. Inhale, come back to the center, once again extend. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Extend and release. The right hand will rest, right palm will rest onto the left knee, left palm onto the back, and gentle twist. Stay there for one more breath. Good. Now slowly unwind, not completely, but partially, and then take the left hand all the way up. So right palm is still resting onto the left knee, and we are bending towards the right side. Notice the stimulation which already started. Good. Come back to center. And the same thing is on to the other side. So let's lengthen, extend, and then left palm resting onto the right knee, right palm rested in the back, straight spine, gentle twist, gaze all the way back. Once again, we are not, the spine remains straight. Notice how you feel. Good. Gently unwind a little bit, not much, and then the hand which was in the back will go, raise it high, reaching, and then bend towards the left side while holding the knee. So left hand, left palm is holding the right knee, and right hand is raised up and bent towards the left side. So again, there is so much right and left going on here, but you'll understand the pose. So just heading toward the pose. Good. Extend, reach high, and then come down. Keeping that spine straight, rotation. So hold both the knees and then make straight spine rotation. So as if like this is your base, this is your spine. So the spine is going straight, and then we are kind of churning, as if the kundalini which resides at the bottom, we are wakening it up. Similar to that. Good. Make big circle. Very nice. Change the direction. Good. We'll do it a couple of more rounds. Again, attention is on the spine to remain straight. We are not bending the spine. And then come back to the center. And now notice, how do you feel when you sit? Because with some stimulation, we feel much different and comfortable. Adopt Chin Mudra, tip of the thumb touching the tip of the index finger, and then gently close your eyes. Observe how you are. Let's begin the session with one single sound of Om, followed by opening prayer. Receive a deep full breath in. Feeling those vibrations of Omkara in the body. Hands will come in the heart center in prayer position. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Release your palms and then very gently open your eyes. So once again, thank you everyone for joining today's session, and I welcome you all to today's yoga session. For today, from learning perspective, I want you to do an activity so that before we do the yogasana. And again, I'm going to show you how to do that. So everyone, palm spread, right? Only one palm. So take maybe, let's say, a right palm, right? And then I want you to spread the fingers wide. Make as tight as possible, as if this palm is expanding extremely high, fingers reaching out. Make it very tight, extremely tight. Continue to make very tight. And then notice your breath. Most of us would be holding our breath because of the tightness on the palm. We must be holding the breath, right? And now slowly release that. Make it palm very sluggish, correct? Loose, not much activity going on. Notice your breath. This is normal breath which is going, but no activity on the palm. So we got the two extremities. One is extremely tight, holding our breath. Another extremity is palm is sluggish. Even though the breath is normal, there is not much activity or stimulation in the palm. Now I want you to find the medium, and it does not necessarily need to be the center, but where you can stretch the palm. So stretch the palm only until you are having that normal breath. As soon as you start holding the breath, stop it. So again, start stretching. Stretch it. Stretch it. Attention comes to the breath. Are we breathing normally? So while keeping the palm straight, so it may not be the extreme, but it might be 80-85% of the stimulation in the palm while you are breathing. So that is the happy medium, correct? This is the appropriateness. So when we are going, and you can release it now, when we are going into the different asana poses, if you are not completely involved, and just like similar to sluggish palm, right, then you might not get the benefit. You might have a normal breath, but not much benefit. On the other side, if you have gone too far, notice you must be holding breath. So then you have to come out of the pose a little bit so that you can breathe, stay on to the pose for longer and get the full benefit. So that is that is what I will invite all of you to practice in today's session. So with that, let's start some stimulation. While seated, we are going to make a fist and then rotate it outward. Rotate it outward, rotate it. So you can just make a fist, rotate it outward, open the palm. Fist or rotate outward. And then opposite. First, I'm showing how to do it. It is taking inward. Inward and making the fist. Opening, inward, making the fist. Okay. And then we extend the movement of the arms. So inhale, expand, rotate outward. And again, it might be confusing, so that's okay for initially. And then exhale, taking it inward. And fist come close to the body. Again, inhale, expansion, and exhale is bringing it back. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, bringing it back. And notice the stimulation that we are doing. Good. Inhale outward towards the side. So this time we are extending towards the side while doing the inhalation. And exhalation back. Good. Taking it outward. Bring it back inward. And notice your forearm will start talking to you pretty soon, if not already. And it's okay. Slowly, the body gets used to the stimulation. Good. Now up. Inhale, taking it all the way up. And if you need a little bit break in between, do not feel guilty about it. Take a break. That's okay. Good. Inhale. Each one of us are at a different place in the journey. So we have to respect our body. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Opening outward. Exhale, closing inward. And then down and back. Good. 2 more rounds. Down and back. Good. Many of us, and last time, many of us work on the computer for long, so all this stimulation is going to help. Good. Exhale. Come to the center. And then release. Close your eyes. Feel the stimulation. Feel the relaxation after the stimulation. Feel the enjoyment of the relaxation after the stimulation. Sensation in the forearm, wrist region, all the way till the fingertip. Good. Open your eyes. So if you do not have cushion, I encourage, if you need a cushion below the knees, then you please have one. We'll do a little bit back loosening before going to warm-ups. Hands and knees in a tabletop position, so wrists right below the shoulders. knee right below the hips. Knees are separate almost fist width distance or inner hip distance apart. And we start inhalation, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, gaze all the way up. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, chin to the chest, and gaze to the navel. Continue. Few rounds of Marjariasana. Cat and cow. Again, notice if you are doing it completely or not. If you are not making that effort to go further up and further down, then you might not get the complete benefit. So make that extra effort. And the other part is you must be breathing normally. Come to the center, and then let's come to standing. Gently come to the standing. Okay, we'll be needing those gloves. Okay, let me just. Let's do a little bit of warm-ups. So again, start with gentle jogging, yogic jogging. Then bring hands to the hip. Slow down now, kicking the leg to the front. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Now touching the leg. So right hand, right toe, left hand, left toe. Right toe, left hand, left toe. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and then opposite. So right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. Exhale, 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 exhale. Good. Now back to jogging. We are just warming the blood. And you can raise the knee high if that is available to you. Making that activity a little bit faster. Slow down. And then dynamic kicking in the front. So to make it dynamic, you have to skip and raise. Right toe, left hand, left toe, right hand, right toe, left hand, right toe. Slowly come back to that yogic jogging. And then stop separating your feet, hands bending the knee, hands onto the thighs. Exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose. And if somebody is not able to do dynamic practices, perfectly fine. feet will come inner hip distance apart. So fist width distance. Arm will come to the front. Good. Now expand. Inhale and expansion. Expand further. Notice the breath. You must be holding the breath. So come out a little bit. That is your happy medium. Exhale. Once again, expand. Expand wide. Go further and notice you're holding the breath, and then come out slowly. Once again, expand. This time we'll only go up until we can breathe. Good. Now you know your limits. Exhale. Once again, expand. Will not touch, will not go till the breath is on hold. Will only go up until we can breathe in. Exhale. And again, since I'm speaking, that's why my breath is not in sync, but that's where we need to go. Arms in the front and slowly bending the knees and turning to the left. Inhale, stand up, arms in the front. Exhale. Bring it front. Exhale down. Nice. Exhale. Exhale. Coming down. Inhale to the center. Exhale, coming to the other side. Inhale, come back to the center. And then release. Separating your legs as wide as you can. And then hinging from the hip, straight come down. Spine remains straight. If you can only go up until this, perfectly fine. The main thing is spine remains straight. And once you cannot come further, that is when, if you need a block, you can place a block, put the hand onto the block, right hand onto the block, and then peel open your shoulder to the left side, extend the left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. If you can bring the block a little bit lower, you are encouraged to do that. Good. And then left hand will continue to raise towards the ceiling. Good. And slowly unwind, and we'll put the left hand onto the block. And again, whether it's raised or down or maybe onto the mat, wherever you are, right hand will extend all the way towards the ceiling. Both legs are straight, spine is straight and twisted. Good. Crown of the head will continue to reach towards the front. That's what will keep the spine lengthened. Stay there for one more breath. And notice if you will go any further up into the pose, then you must be holding the breath. And you have to slightly come back a little bit, not much, and then staying into that pose for longer. And then unwind, slowly release. Hands will come to the hip, come back to standing. Good. And bring your legs together. The body is already warmed up nicely. I'll show the sideways. Both the palms will be rested in the back, so supporting the back. Here the elbows will come close to each other. And feet together. palms supporting the back, elbows close to each other, and then pelvic region will come forward little bit, chest will lifted up towards the ceiling, and then gaze towards the ceiling. Here you can actually experience that if you go further down into the pose with pelvic region further forward, chest further lifted up and gaze up, if you go to the extreme, you can notice that you must be holding the breath. And if you have gone there, then you have to simply come back a little bit, not much. We want the stimulation, but along with that, normal breath. Again, if you are feeling dizzy, then slowly come out of the pose. If not, one more breath. Inhale, come back to standing. Good, and then release. Hands into the heart center in prayer position. Keep the index finger straight, interlace rest of the fingers, cross the thumb. This is called temple position. Extending that temple arm all the way up, reaching high. Inhale, remain center. Exhale, we bend towards the left. And notice the stimulation onto the right side. Again, in today's session, we are practicing finding happy medium for our own self. And it is different for different individuals. Inhale, come back to center. Extend. Exhale, go to the right side. Again, here we are not shrinking, we are extending. So lengthening the arms and then bending, and remain the arms lengthened. Again, if you go too much into the pose, you will be holding the breath. So you need to come out a little bit. Good. Come back to center. Extend. Once again, go to the left. This time, let's bring our gaze up towards the ceiling and notice what it brings in the stimulation. Come back to the center, land, extend, exhale towards the right side, gaze towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Raise and then release. Good. Hands will come into the heart center. Arms goes all the way up and back. Exhale, swan dive. So from sideways all the way come down. Rounding your spine. Inhale, hands will come to the shin, straight spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan. And then hand to the heart center. Please do so a few more rounds. So, hands will come to the heart center. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan, coming all the way up and back. Exhale, hand to the heart center. Good. Let's do it one more round. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, hands onto the shin, straight spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hand to the heart center. Good. Now separate your feet and then close your eyes. Shoulders will go from front all the way up, back and down. Palm will face forward. and notice the stimulation that we just did. Feel that sensations in the arm region, in the back, allowing the body to settle. Good, gently open your eyes. Very nice. I think we're ready for a few additional asana poses. So I encourage you to have your blocks handy. That would be very helpful. And if you have them, you can place at the top of the mat. And we also stand at the top of the mat. So once we are there, hands will come onto the hips and then elbows close to each other. Here the crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Shoulders remain broad as we bring the elbows close to each other. Broad chest. We are standing tall. Good. From there, take a giant step with your right leg. Left leg will go a few inches to the left while the right leg goes a few inches to the right. And the reason we do it, so that the pelvic region face forward. We are not in the tangent. So we are in the pelvic region is facing the front edge of the mat. Both strong legs. Good. And then we hinge from the pelvic region forward. Again, straight spine, we are not bending it. And notice the stimulation will start pretty soon in the front leg. And that's perfectly fine. That's what is needed. That's what we want. With the straight spine coming as much as you can without bending the knee. And you'll notice that there is a point after which you cannot go any further. And that is when we are going to bring the right hand onto the right block. Right hand will come onto the right block. Spine will continue to stay straight. And then we'll open our shoulder towards the left. Good. Once you are able to balance in this, then you can extend the left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Parivratta Trikonasana. Revolved triangle pose. Here you can lower the block down if it is available to you. And you can explore that. Where can I be comfortable? And you can bring the block all the way down into the smallest setting. If once again, listen to your body, or down onto the mat, wherever you are into the pose, staying there for a couple of breaths. Good. So straight spine, strong straight legs, and revolved triangle pose. Slowly unwind. Good. And then hands will come onto the hips. Soften your front knee. Step to the top of the mat. Good. Release any tension into the leg region. We'll do the same thing onto the other side now. Standing tall, broad chest, elbows coming close to each other, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling, and taking a giant step with your left leg this time. Straight leg, right feet will go a few inches to the right, while left feet reaches a few inches to the left. So the pelvic region will continue to face forward. Good. And then hinging from the hip, coming down, straight spine. If you can do only a little bit, that's perfectly fine. And then you stay into that pose for longer and notice that the gravity is pulling the chest and the upper body down. So gravity is helping you to go further into the pose. Once you notice that you cannot bend forward, you cannot come forward from the pelvic any longer without bending the spine, that is when you want to keep the spine straight and then twist. So left hand will come onto the block, right hand will go towards the ceiling. Adjust the setting of the block down, or even if you do not have a block, you can come all the way onto the mat if it is available. Two strong, straight legs, spine straight and twisted, right hand reaching all the way towards the ceiling, left hand onto the left palm resting onto the mat, and maybe a gentle smile onto the face. Notice that you are breathing normally. If you are holding your breath, you have gone too far. Easy breath in and easy breath out. Deeper inhalation and deeper exhalation. Extend, reach, and then very gently unwind. Hands will come onto the hips. Soften your front knee and step to the top of the mat. Release any tension in the leg region. Good. Now you can feel that both the legs are stimulated quite well. Let's do one more position. For that, again, step to the top of the mat. Blocks are again accessible to us if we need them. Crown of the head reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Hands onto the hips, elbows close to each other, broad chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, take a giant step with your right leg. Good. This time we are bending the front knee. So front knee will come at the top of the ankle. Left knee at the top of the ankle. And try to bring thigh as parallel to the mat as possible. Here we are going to again hinge forward, and left hand will come down. If it is available to you, you can cross. And again, you'll notice that it is further twisting to the spine. And then hand will come into the prayer position. Other hand will meet, and gaze goes all the way up. Parivrata Parsvakonasana. So revolved side angle pose. Oops, okay. Balancing. Okay. Very nice. Continue. And if you need access to the block, please do that, if that is more convenient. And then slowly unwind and come to the standing, step to the top, release any tension. Very nice. And again, the same thing is on the other side. Good. Standing tall, crown of the head reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Taking a giant step with the left leg this time, bending the right knee. Let it come all the way on top of the ankle. So first settle in this pose. So when you find that yes, you are comfortable, that is when we are hinging forward from the pelvic region and down. Again, crossing the elbow only if it is available. If it is not, hand can come rest by the side of the right feet. That is perfectly okay. If you can balance, and again, if you come out of the balance, that's also perfectly fine. We'll join our palms, right elbow on top of the left, twisting and gaze up. Again, it's a journey. So wherever you are in the journey, accept it. And if you are not able to balance, that's perfectly fine too. Please do not go into guilt. Just slowly, if you come out of the pose, very gently go back to the pose. That's all. And again, don't try to go directly into the final position. Slowly, one step at a time, very gently go to the next step, and then to the next step, all the way to the final step. Slowly unwind, and then straight leg, step to the top of the mat, and then release the tension. Good. Once again, separate your legs, release your arms, close your eyes, feel the sensations in the leg region and in the arm region. And then you can gently come down onto the mat. I need to adjust. Okay. Okay, so now let's practice few more asanas, and now we are doing that seated asana. So find a cushion underneath so that knees can be rested, and I might need to move. Fist width distance apart, hands will come onto the hips, elbows close to each other. Okay, this is better. So again, knees are separate, at least the fist width. Hands will come onto the hip, elbows close to each other, crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling, broad chest, stay there. Good. Now make a cup of the palms, support the back. The similar way that we did Ardha Chakrasana. And then pelvic region will come forward, chest is lifted up, gaze all the way up. This is half camel pose. Ardha Ustrasana. Again, notice if you are holding your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Now, raise your heels high, so toes under, heels high. Right hand will come, rest onto the left toe. Right hand rested onto the left toe. Left hand reaches all the way towards the ceiling, raising it high. Good. With a gentle smile onto the face. This is just a variation that we are doing. Good. Staying there. One more breath. And again, make it as deep of a breath as possible. Deeper inhalation and exhalation. Here the pelvic region will continue to move forward. Chest is lifted up. And then unwind. Come back to center. Left hand will go to the right heel. Right hand will reach high. Again, we are not dumping our weight onto the heel. We are raising the right palm high as if we are trying to reach towards the ceiling. Pelvic region will come forward. Chest is lifted up. Beautifying each asana pose with all the subtleties in it. And then release, come back up. Only if it is accessible to you, I invite you to go to Purna Ustrasana. So two ways to go. You can either sit, hold your heel, and then come to the pose. This is one way to go. Another way, you stand onto the knee, You roll one arm, right hand onto the right heel, left hand roll, it comes to the left heel, pelvic region forward, chest lifted up and gaze up. In either way, slowly and gently you can go. And again, if you're not able to go into Purna Ustrasana, perfectly fine. Again, try the variation that we just did. One hand onto one heel and raise it high, other hand high. Now, the way you have gone, similarly the way you will come back. Very nice. And then resting onto the mat in child's pose. So we are rested, sit bones onto the heels and head onto the mat. Forearm folding to the front. So we did back bend with the Ustrasana. Just doing simple forward fold with child's pose, Shashankasana. That also allows the breath to settle, and the stimulation that we did in the back to take its effect, because it takes quite a long time for asana pose to take an effect. Good. Slowly and gently come back up. So you are seated in Vajrasana. You are coming forward, chest forward and down. You are not coming all the way down. Here we are putting right elbow across the left knee if it is accessible. If not, palm. That's also fine. If it is accessible, then right elbow onto the left knee and then hand down. Left hand wraps around the back. Spine remains straight and very gently twisted upwards. So left shoulder is going all the way up. Right shoulder is coming down. We are using right elbow as a lever to further twist our body. So to twist the spine, use that lever function and only do as much as body feels comfortable. Please do not overdo. Staying there, noticing that happy medium state where you are able to breathe and get the benefit of the stimulation. Good. And very gently unwind. The same thing is on to the other side. So left elbow is crossing the right knee and forearm is down if it is available. Right hand wraps around the body. Straight spine and right shoulder goes all the way up. Left shoulder down. Gaze up. Notice the breath. Breath will define which state you are into your pose. Right shoulder will continue to reach further up towards the ceiling. Good. Very gently unwind. And then come forward and down. This time the arms will wrap around the body, palm facing up. Palms are just next to the soles of the feet. Allowing the breath to come at ease. Good. Slowly come back up. Okay. So let's move further. I do not think we would need a seat underneath, but if you do, please grab one. to make the spine straight. But if you are able to do on the mat without the seat, again, your choice. Right knee folded and it reaches all the way up towards the ceiling. We are taking the left hand, reaching it towards the front and then wrap it around the knee. So right knee is raised, left hand is wrapped around the knee, and then hug the knee. Hugging the knee, spine remains straight. Right hand will go rest in the back and very gentle twist from the spine, lower back twisted, and then torso, and then gaze goes back. Again, important thing is spine remains straight and then gentle twist. Left leg you can bring toes towards the knee to flex the ankle joint so that the left leg is also active. Easy breath in and out. Good. Slowly unwind. The same thing is on to the other side. Here, the left knee is lifted high. Right hand goes into the front. Reach it and then wrap it around. Bring the knee close to the chest. Hug the knee. Left hand rested in the back. Straight spine. Gentle twist. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling and twisting. So knee will continue to remain close to the chest. Easy breath in and out. Here, the right toes you can bring towards the knee to make it an active leg. Staying there in the pose for one more deep inhalation and one more deep exhalation. Very gently unwind. And then release. We are going to go to Matsyendrasana now. So left leg is folded and the knee is in the front. Right leg is crossing. So if it is only this much that you can do, that's okay. But the invitation is to take the leg onto the other side of the knee. So left knee is down, right knee is up towards the ceiling, and the leg is crossed over the knee. Once again, something similar. So left hand goes into the front, hug the knee, bring the knee close to you, and then twist. This is still partial. For it to become purn, left hand will go all the way up towards the ceiling. And then cross, elbow to the knee, left elbow to the knee, and spread the fingers wide and then twist. So once again, these are sequences however much you can do. And notice this brings an additional stimulation to the body. Gaze all the way back. And again, notice you're breathing normally. Continue to use elbow and knee to twist and squeeze the stomach, abdomen region. And gently unwind. The same thing is on to the other side. So the right knee is down. Left leg crossing the knee. Left knee is pointed towards the ceiling. Right hand will go to the front. Wrap it around the knee. Hug the knee close to you. And the left hand rested in the back. Straight spine, gentle twist. Again, this is not complete yet. You can stay into this pose, absolutely no problem. But if it is accessible, then take the right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach it high and then cross elbow to the knee and spread the fingers wide and then continue the twist. So elbow to knee, make that as a lever function to further twist and come to the pose. Good. Staying there for a couple of breaths. Very gently unwind and release. If you need to grab some water, take it, or just stay seated, relax. Now we are going to come down on our belly. Sit down onto the mat. Rest it onto the belly. Separate the legs, heels inward, toes outward. Folding the forearms in the front. Maybe you can rest the forehead or the chin. This is the resting pose for the prone poses. When we lie down onto the mat on our chest and then do any yoga poses, those are prone poses. And Makarasana, the position that we are in, this is the resting pose. Good. And then slowly leg will come close to each other. Arms will come, but we are taking the right arm up in the front. Left knee is bent. Left hand is going to hold the left knee. And gently we are kicking the leg. Left leg is kicking the left hand and raising. We are also raising the right hand all the way up. So left leg kicking the left hand, raising the right hand up. Notice if you are holding the breath. If you are, then slowly release and continue to breathe. Staying there for one more breath. Inhale up and exhale. Slowly come down. The same thing is on to the other side. So right hand is holding the right leg, top of the foot. Left hand is straight in the front, kicking the leg, raising it high. Notice the breath. Continue to breathe. And it is challenging. Inhale up and then slowly come down. Good. Allow the body to rest. Good. Now fold both the legs and then hold top of the feet for both. And again, you know where we are heading. Shoulders are broad and very gently start kicking the leg and lifting the thighs off the mat. Continue to kick. Come up as much as you can and continue to breathe as well. This is Dhanurasana, bow pose. Staying there for one more breath. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, slowly come down. Separating the legs, separating the arms. Maybe you can move your head to one side and rest. Allow the breath to settle. Good. Come back to center. Both the legs come close to each other. Palms rested on the edge of the mat on the two corners of the mat, and then very gently lifting yourself up. Straight arm, pelvic region is still onto the mat, and chest forward, gaze up. Again, we are not dumping our upper body weight onto the shoulders, so it is not dumping, it is lifting up. Chest forward, gaze up, lifting high, staying there. Inhale up and exhale, very gently come down. This time when you're down, roll over to rest onto your back. Once again, separate your legs, arms separated as well. Close your eyes, take few easy breaths in and out. Good. Now fold your legs, open your eyes. Heels will come close to the sit bone. Palms by the side of the body, arms by the side of the body, palm facing down. Inhalation, lifting the pelvic region all the way up, and then bring it down as you exhale. Inhale, lifting it high. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting it high. Exhale down. Once again, lifting it high, staying there in the pose. And while we are staying, we'll continue to breathe normally. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Staying into the final pose for long with ease is asana. Good. Stay there. One more easy breath in and one more easy breath out. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower your back down. Good. We are crossing the right knee, right ankle in front of the left knee. Taking the shin off the mat, toes pointed towards the respective knee, flexing both the ankle joint, and holding behind the left thigh, pulling the left knee close to you while using the right elbow to push the right knee away from you. So again, so much communication is going on, right? Easy way to remember is one ankle crossing in front of the other knee, and we are pulling the thigh inward. Simple. Notice the stimulation. So stimulation in the hip region. Gaze can be soft or eyes closed. Attention going to the stimulation, and notice it is going whether you want or not. The more you pull the knee in, the body is going to talk to you, and the attention will go there. And then release. Good. The same thing is on to the other side. That's left ankle crossing in front of the right knee. Lift the shins and then toes pointing towards the knees, bringing the right thigh close to you, right knee close to you, and using the left elbow to push the left knee away from you. Good. Stay there. Easy breath in and out. Stay there for one more easy breath in and out. and then release. Unwind. We are again going to cross the left ankle in front of the right ankle in front of the left knee. Extend the left leg this time. Extending the left leg. Again, if it is not accessible to you, then you can use the arms to bring the legs straight as much as possible. Toes pointed inward. And if you can release, interlace the fingers, temple position, remember? And then taking that index finger close to the toe, big toe. And exhale, reaching high. Inhale down, exhale high. Here, you're pressing the right knee away and leg towards you and bringing it up. Exhale high. Exhale. Exhale. And then release. Slowly release the leg and then unwind. Separate the foot and then knee touching each other. Take a few resting breaths. So we did a little bit stimulation in the abdomen region. Good. Now, the left ankle crossing the right knee, extend the right leg all the way up. Again, if it is needed, then you hold behind the thigh. That is perfectly fine. Ultimate position is exhale and lifting the head beneath, close to the big toe, the right big toe. And if you can release and adopt the temple position of the fingers, then raise it high. Inhale down, exhale up. And then gently release. Leg will come down and unwind. Separating soles of the feet. Knees are touching each other. Arms spread out. Take a few resting breaths. Good. And we are slowly heading towards everyone's favorite. But before that, few more sequences. So shin is parallel. So knee on top of the sit bones, shin parallel to the mat, arms in T shape. Inhale, shins are high. Exhale, both the shins come to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, lifting the shins parallel to the mat, high. Exhale, shins goes to the right, gaze to the left. Here we are trying to keep the shoulder blades touching the mat. Inhale, both the shoulder blades. Shins high, exhale, left. Good. Inhale, high, exhale, right. Inhale, high, exhale, left. Good. And I hope you got the opportunity to explore that appropriateness of each yoga pose, however much you can go into each pose, whether you are holding your breath or not. Inhale, high, exhale to the right. Good. Inhale high and then down. Very nice. Now slowly bring the knees close to the chest, forehead to the knee. Pavan Muktasana. If your hands can go behind the soles of the feet, you can hold it, make it tight. If you have any back pain, then you should avoid this. Any acute fold should be avoided for people having back pain. It's very gently front and back, giving massage, and then release. Slowly extend your legs, separate them wide. Arms can stay in 45 degrees or left palm onto the chest, right palm onto the belly. This is a choice. So either extend the arms at around 45 degrees outward or left palm onto the heart, right palm onto the belly. If your hand is onto the heart and belly, and if it is not reaching, allow it to rest. So let the upper arm rest onto the mat. It's okay whether you can reach to the heart or not. Most important is your body should feel completely comfortable. If you are still making any effort, then it would be really difficult for you to go to Shavasana. For Shavasana, you need to completely let go of the body. The way it wants to settle, let it settle. No need to force. For relaxation, you cannot make an effort. If you make effort to relax, then each effort is going against the relaxation. Once again, if you cannot make any effort to relax, for relaxation, we simply need to let go, keeping eyes closed, allowing the body to settle in Shavasana. Giving the entire body full permission to do absolutely nothing. Receive Shavasana. If your mind wanders, still allow the body to settle. If your mind is taking you away from the Shavasana, gently observe the mind. Do not go with the mind. Just keep on observing that mind is trying to take me away from Shavasana. Allow complete body from toes all the way to the crown of the head to relax. If your body takes you to the sleep, no need to struggle. Just observe whatever is happening in the physicality or in mental region. No action is needed. Observation is a non-action. While keeping your eyes closed, bring a little bit stimulation into your toes, into the fingers, maybe circling with the wrist or the ankles. Bring little bit life into the body and then bring your knees close to the chest. Roll over to the right side. Rest into the fetal position. Use the strength of the arm to come back to seated position. Eyes remain closed. Seated tall. Notice how you are. State of the body and the mind. Body is completely stimulated. Mind is relatively calm. Let's rub our palms, cover the eyes, and very gently open our eyes. So we still have few minutes left. Let's do a little bit of pranayam. So for that, we are going to open up all the three lobes. So for us to utilize the entire capacity of our lobes, right? And if you want to just try out what is the capacity, then let's practice that first. So close your eyes. We'll practice a little bit capacity check. Very gently inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Additional inhale. Exhale. Additional exhale. Notice we are able to additionally inhale and exhale. Let's do a little bit longer. Inhale. Inhale. Additional inhale. Exhale. Exhale. And additional exhale. Once again, inhale. 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 Exhale. 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 Gently open your eyes. So we have that big capacity in lungs and we hardly utilize it in our regular day-to-day life. We do shallow breathing, whereas the capacity could be this much. Every breath can be really deep. So let's open up all the three lobes, upper, middle, and lower, and then we'll do Bhastrika Pranayam. So for that, make a fist, expand the fist and inhale as you go up. So fingers are expand, and as you come down, exhale, make a fist. Let's do it 20 times. And then release. Close your eyes. Observe the breath. Observe the cessation of breath. No additional inhale or exhalation is needed. Good. Open your eyes. Middle lobe. So fingers at the chest height or elbows shoulder height. Inhale expansion, exhale contraction. 20 times. And then release. Close your eyes. Once again, notice the cessation of breath with so much oxygen in the body. The body doesn't feel to take additional inhale and exhale. Open your eyes. Forearm at the elbow level. Inhalation, shoulder goes up, and exhalation down. 20 times. Start. Relax. Once again, notice the cessation of breath. Open your eyes. So Bhastrika Pranayam is forceful inhalation and forceful exhalation. Again, we'll be doing that 20 times with the entire lung capacity. And then once you are done, I want you to utilize all the three locks. So Mahabandh. For that, squeezing the buttocks, pulling the anus muscles in. Mula Bandha. Udyan Bandha is abdomen in and up, and Jalandhar Bandh is chin to the chest. All the three locks once we are done with Bhastrika Pranayama. So for that, you can either hold your knees, straight spine, or have chin mudra if that is comfortable with you. In either case, close your eyes, and we'll be using those three locks once we are done with Bhastrika 20 times. Deep inhalation and exhalation, forceful. So let's begin. Start. All the locks. Good. Now keep the eyes closed. Observe the breath. Observe Keval Kumbhaka. Keval Kumbhaka is cessation of breath. No desire to take additional inhales or exhales. We will seal today's practice in here with one single sound of Om followed by closing prayer. Receive a deep, deep, deep inhalation. Feeling those vibrations of Omkara in the body. And we'll come into the prayer position. And together we'll chant Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, rub your palms. A bit faster. Generate that heat into the palms. Make a cup of the palms, cover your eyes. Good. Very gently take your palms all over the rest of the body and opening your eyes. So with that, thank you so much, all of you, for joining today's session. You have a very, very good rest of the Saturday and Sunday. And see you next time.
Thank you, Sushil ji.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Session.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Sushil ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you,
Thank
Ji.
you, Sushil ji.